Hey guys, welcome back to Higurashi. So I actually forgot that I was supposed to do this. The extra bit here. The all cast review session and my final thoughts. So I actually went and was just about to jump into chapter 2 and I was like, oh crap, I'm not even done with chapter 1 yet. So we're gonna get started with that real quick.
Hi, Higurashiの泣く頃に水、鬼隠しをプレイされた皆さん、お疲れ様でした。
I should also say that my regular recording program's acting up right now, so we're using OBS, so if anything seems different, that's why.
いかがだったでしょうか。ちょっぴりでも楽しんでもらえたらとっても嬉しいです。
For you, Rena, anything.
ちょっぴりも何も。あんなすごいバッドエンドで終わられたらプンプンでございますことよ。プンプンなのです。今回の鬼隠しは全体の謎に挑む人たちが最初に通るお話だから、実質上のプロローグの位置づけなんだって。そのプロローグがこんな凄まじいバッドエンドでございますの？
でもそういうのってあるじゃん。この最悪のバッドエンドを回避するためにプレイヤーさんが物語を模索していくのがこの作品の醍醐味だし。
まだ始まったばかりですよ。僕は次のお話が楽しみなのです。
これからどんな話が待ち受けてるんだろう。レナは聞いてる？
今回はレナをパートナーに選んだ物語だったけど、他にもみーちゃん、さとこちゃんをパートナーに選んだお話もあるみたいだね。他のシナリオにはどんな展開があるんですの？今回の鬼隠しではひなみ沢で近年起こった連続開始事件が紹介されたでしょ。例えばみーちゃんのシナリオではひなみ沢の古い歴史なんかが紹介されるんだって。
異常事態の連続ですっかりわかんなくなっちゃったけど、お社様のたたりってどういうものなのか。いや、そもそもお社様って何なのかあまり説明なかったからね。
よくは聞いてないんだけど、でもなんか嫌な予感。またしてもたたられそうな嫌な物語です。
ケイちゃんも大変だね。今度はどんなたたりにやられるやら。
でもどんなお話になるのか楽しみでございますわね。
I feel like it's pretty hard to top the rip your own throat out curse. That's pretty high on the list of bad curses. Are you ripping your own throat out? Keiichi, what's that terrible noise you're making? You better not be ripping out your own throat. That's disgusting.
やあみんな、お疲れ様。
お疲れ。あれ、ケイちゃんは？
ケイチ君はもう次のシナリオの台本読みに行っちゃってるんだよ。主人公だから大変だね。
あれ、残念ですね。ちょっとだけでも顔を出してくれればよかったのに。きっと喋るワード数が多すぎて居残りなのです。
そりゃフルデさん、仕方がありませんよ。前原さんのセリフだけで普通のアドベンチャーゲームなら全員分の量がありますからね。
しかしケイチ君やレナちゃんなんか特にだけど大変なお話だったね。
大変も何も大体バッドエンドでございますわ。結局ケイチ君を襲ったのって正体は何なんだろう。
たたりに見せかけておいて実は人間の仕業ってのが僕の推理なんだけどね。
でもケイチは最後に謎の電話をかけてきていましたのです。
私もあの電話は変だと思ったね。 あの時点でケイちゃんは犯人は人間だと確信してたはずなのにさ。
おかしな電話でしたわよね。なんかお化けに追いかけられてるみたいな。
It was actually something I was planning on addressing in my final thoughts in a bit. I'll try to remember to bring it
あの電話
up.
だけだとやっぱり犯人って人間じゃなくてたたりなのかなって思っちゃうよね。
せっかくですから意見を出してみようじゃありませんか。じゃあ園崎さんから。
私は絶対に人間説。ひなみ沢の怪しい昔語りかなんかになぞらえて誰かが起こしてる人為的事件だと思うね。
確かに毎年お祭りの日になると起こる連続開始事件なんて怪しいもんね。
その連続開始っていうのも何かの昔語りの再現なんだよ、きっと。
私はたたりだと思いましたよ。玄関で圭一さんが暴れたシーンとかラストの電話のシーンとかを見れば人間が犯人とは説明がつきませんもの。そういえばそうだよね。とても人間の仕業とは思えないシーンだったし。
僕はそれでも人間が犯人だと思うね。あの玄関やラストのシーンは追い詰められた圭一君の被害意識からの妄想じゃないかって思うんだ。
難しい言葉を使われてもわかりませんわ。
Sorry. Every once in a while I accidentally click that right click.
つまり怖がりの圭一が見た幻だと言ってるのです。
I kind of wonder, see, I'll bring it up later, but I kind of wonder if it was a mixture of things happening and Keiichi going mad. I've been thinking about that. Like, maybe it's not necessarily one or the other, but both.
じゃああのシーンの正体は圭一さんの後ろにいた謎の気配は何なんですの？
影だよ、引っ掛け。
みーちゃん、引っ掛けってどういう意味？
富武のおじさまが言うようにさ、あのシーンは追い詰められたケイちゃんの被害妄想のシーンなんだよ。それを濃密に書くことでプレイヤーにたたりだと思わせようとする演出なんだよ。だから引っ掛けってわけ。
それを言われるとでも
まあそういう可能性もあるってことだよ。
だとすると犯人は複数で村ぐるみっていう劇中の大石さんの推理は正しいのかな。当の本人の大石さんはどう思いますか？
私ですか？悩みますね。
あれ？僕はてっきり大石さんは人間説だと思ってましたけど。
劇中の私は犯人は人間だと断じてますが、人間が犯人だとするといろいろ不可解なことが多いんですよ。
例えばどんな？大石刑事さんの推理を聞かせてください。
まず人間が犯人だとすると絶対に動機が必要なんです。こういうことをして誰が得をするのかってことなんです。
つまりおじさま、人間が犯人なら連続開始事件を起こすことによって誰かが得をしなくちゃいけないってこと？
そういうことです。ダム開発の関係者が死ぬうちは利害も感じられましたが、近年の犠牲者はそれとも無縁です。第一、前原さんを殺して誰が得をするというんです？
なるほど。そう言われると僕も弱いな。
だってお金とかも取られてはいないんですもの。人間が犯人なわけありませんわ。でもそうとばかりは限らないんじゃない？さっきみーちゃんが言ったように何かの昔語りの再現そのものに意味があるんだとしたら。
It was all an elaborate
そういう
prank.
こと。 これは営利殺人じゃないんだよ。きっとこれは村の血塗られた歴史を再現するための何らかの儀式的殺人じゃないかなって思うわけ。
では聞きますですが、それを再現すると誰か得をするのですか？
得をするんじゃなくて、もっと心理的なもの。僕は何かの復讐じゃないかと思うね。土着的な何か。今回のシナリオでは語られなかった因縁だよ。
なるほど。過去にひどい扱いを受けた暴家の人たちが先祖の恨みを晴らすためにってな感じですか？私はそれにも反対ですね。
じゃあ何？大石さんはまさかたたり派なわけ？
そうですわ、そうですわ。刑事役の大石さんが言うんですもの。たたりに決まってますわ。
劇中で前原さんが言うように、お社様が竜宮さんや園崎さんに乗り移って悪さをしているって考えると一番辻褄が合うんです。残念ながら。
実はレナも大石さんと同じ意見なの。あんなに優しかったレナやミーちゃんが突然おかしくなるなんて、そうじゃなきゃ説明つかないもの。
そこはミオンの私が言うのも変だけど、やっぱり私なんだと思う。
ミーの話の意味が分かりにくいのですよ。説明が欲しいのです。
ああ、ごめん。つまりさ、これってすっごく残酷な話なんじゃないかって思うんだよ。
何みーちゃん、それってひょっとして。
突き詰めるとそうなるのかな。僕もちょっと疑ってる。
つまり竜宮さんも園崎さんも実は本当にああいう性格で、引っ越してきたばかりの前原さんを騙している悪魔なんだと、こういうわけですか？
そんなの嫌ですわ。これは全部たたりの仕業なんですのよ。レナさんもミオさんもみんな優しい、いい人がいいのですの。
They're not shoving needles into mochi.
レナもそうだな。レナやミーちゃんって本当にいい人なんだって思う。きっと劇中で出てきた厳しいシーンは何かに取りつかれてたんだって思うの。
レナもたたり派か。じゃあたたり派の皆さんにお聞きしますけどさ、たたりが起こるからにはそれなりの理由があるんでしょ？無差別にたたるとは思えないな。そこんとこ説明できるの？
たたりはたたりですもの。人間の考えでは想像もつきませんわ。
さとこちゃん、擬人化された神様という存在は結局は人間の生み出したものなんだよ。だからその考え方も人間に理解できるようにできてる。ギリシャ神話の神様を見てごらんよ。泣いたり怒ったり嫉妬したり、とにかく人間的なんだよ。
つまりお社様もまた人間同様に何らかの利害に基づいてたたりをしているということですか？
変な言い方になっちゃったけど、つまりはそういうこと。
触らぬ神にたたりなしって言いますからね。なははは、一理あります。
つまりお社様にせよ人間にせよ何か理由があるはずということなのです。でもリカ、その理由がはっきりしないならどうなりますの？つまりはわかんないということなのです。そうだね。まだプロローグだもんね。明かされていないことがたくさんあるだろうし。
そうだね。現時点ではこれ以上の推理は難しいね。
いんにゃ、白黒つけないと納得できないな。
ミオンさんもこだわりますのね。
限られた状況で最大限に推理する。ちょっぴり部活感覚で面白いでしょ。
そう考えれば面白いかも。
じゃあ整理してみましょうか。私はたたり派です。富武さんは人間派でしたよね。
ええ、僕は人間が犯人ってことでいきます。
私も人間犯人説。もちろんタタリというファンタジーは嫌いじゃないよ。だけど今回の事件に限ってはタタリの線は薄いね。
人間派が2人出ましたね。リュグさんはたたり派でしたよね。
はい、レナとサトコちゃんはたたり派ですね。ええ、たたり派ですわよ。レナさんやミオンさんのことを悪魔みたいに言う人の方がよっぽどたたりに合うべきですの。
そりゃあまあ、私も自分のキャラがそんな悪魔みたいなやつだとは思いたくないけどさ。部活モードの時にはクールでなきゃ。感情論だけで選ぶと大やけどするよ。
まあまあ、どっちを選んだっていいじゃないですか。
あれ、リカちゃんがまだだね。どっちだと思う？僕はお社様が悪い神様だとは思わないですよ。
あれ、面白い意見だね。
たたってばかりの悪い神様なら祀るのは嫌なのです。僕はたたるよりご利益のある神様の方が好きなのですよ。そっか、リカちゃんって巫女さんをやってるんだよね。うん、いい意見。
じゃあ何？リカちゃんはお社様じゃないって思うならやっぱ犯人は人間って思うわけ？
そういうことにしますのです。
ありゃまあ、票がざっくり分かれましたね。たたり派と人間派で半々ですか。
どうすんのさ。これじゃ意見は半々。
We should play a game to determine who's better.
決着がつかなくて面白くないよね。
裁判官が奇数なのはつまりそういうことだからね。あと一人意見が欲しいな。
あ、ならちょうどいいかな。ケイチくん本人に聞いてみない？電話で。たたり殺された本人の意見は貴重ですよ。そうと決まれば早速電話ですわ。もしもし、ケイチくん？
もしもーし。
レナです。
もしもーし。
今お仕事お忙しいですか？
ああ、忙しいぞ。シナリオが1本終わって一休みって思ってたらすぐに次のシナリオだもんな。
ケイちゃんどんな感じ？忙しいって？
うん、拗ねてる。
聞こえてるぞこら。お前ら打ち上げ会でいいよな。俺も出たかった。
収録の残り台詞数で僕たちの誰か一人でも抜いたらケイチも参加できるのですよ。リカ、あの量でそれは不可能ですわ。あ、それでごめんねケイチくん。今回のシナリオでね、ケイチくん死んじゃったじゃない？犯人は誰だろうねってそういう話をしてるの。
つまりさ、ケイちゃんを殺したのは人間かお社様のたたりかってことで意見が分かれちゃってるのよ。
本当にごめんね。台本読みで忙しいところ。ケイチくんはどっちだと思うかな？
そんなの決まってんじゃねえか。
どっち？
どっちなんてもんじゃねえよ。 村の怪しげな奴らに狙われて、さらに親父様とかいう怪しいのに語られて
Sounds so angry.
人間もたたりも全部、これは何かの嫌がらせか。
かわいそかわいそです。今度頭をなでなでしてあげますですよ。
結局意見が分かれちゃったね。
私ももう一度考え直してみます。見落としがあるかもしれませんので。
それでは引き続き日暮らしの泣く頃に推をお楽しみくださいね。
Thanks, Rena. I'll remember this for the rest of my life. Not even the story as a whole, just this particular wrap-up party. And I think that was the last achievement, actually. I think I was at 16 of 17, now I'm at 17. So, I'm going to give some final thoughts. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I am going to read some comments and see if I can get some ideas. So, talking about the wrap-up party here, it's not as long as the Umineko tea parties, which I will agree. I did find the Umineko tea parties to be slightly aggravating from time to time. In that, you would jump into one and it would be... Sometimes they would be like a half-hour thing, and that's okay, it's a little long, but that's okay. But there were some that were like 3 to 4 hours long, which was just awful. Like, not that the story was awful, but an add-on to a story is all of a sudden, like, really, really long. So I do agree with that. Oh yeah, so another thing, I was curious about the rug thing. I didn't actually think about this until after I had already edited and then uploaded, and I thought about it some more, and then I was like, hey, wait a second. The rug was Keiichi looking for the needle, because I remember he was, like, running his hand along it or something like that. So, good on you for bringing that up. Sorry, I forgot. I think that's most of what I wanted to bring up there. And this is going to be the final thoughts. It's not going to be too deep here, because I think the amount of information that we have so far is somewhat limited. We have to take, I think, most of what we've been given at face value, because we don't have much to reflect on it yet. And most of what we've seen is from the eyes of Keiichi in this one particular scenario. So, I've talked about it a couple times, but I'm kind of wondering if Keiichi is in some way not of sound mind. You know, maybe we have an unreliable narrator, and what we're getting told may not exactly be the truth. You know, if one of the girls just goes crazy on him, is that actually happening? And if we can't trust Keiichi, maybe it's not happening. I also like the idea of Keiichi not necessarily being an entirely unreliable narrator. That's the best kind of unreliable narrator, is ones that throw in lies randomly. So you don't know quite if to trust them or not, but for quite a while until you're told otherwise, you generally will trust them until you get to something and you're like, hold on a second, that's not right, you know, and then you're like, what else isn't right? So I'm kind of wondering if some of what's happening to Keiichi is happening, but some isn't. Like, for example, the final scene, they discussed it there. Keiichi went from the last scene we saw him, he was determined to get his story out, right? Like, he was determined, you know, no matter what, I'm going to get my story out or die trying and hopefully live along the way. But then we get a phone call and Keiichi's like raving mad, basically. He won't tell us almost anything. Most of what we get from him is that the curse has fallen him and then he tears out his throat. I would like to say that Oishi-san 、 would be a reliable character. I can't tell for sure, but you know, he's the detective, and usually the detective in these kind of stories, going back to Umineko, is a reliable character. You can trust what they say, I think. Like, they can't be the culprit themselves, is what I'm saying. And so, I'm kind of in the mindset for that. Obviously, we have seen a couple things, such as Oishi-san was present whenever, I think, was it before the other murders occurred? So Mion was like really suspicious about him and really upset with him. So it is possible that, you know, and thinking with this theory in mind, that Oishi-san has been possibly the bad guy all along, and he's just been, you know, pulling the strings behind the scenes. If you think about it that way, it's possible that he orchestrated some of this, you know, and that's how he was able to, that's how, you know, we were able to get one step ahead of us at all times, because we were trusting him. Not entirely sure of that, but it's a theory. But back to the idea that when Oishi-san was talking to Keiichi, Keiichi's raving mad, and then he tears out his throat. Presumably he got injected with the medicine at some point, like I said, probably whenever he blacked out, so to speak, and he killed the girls. Maybe one of them got the injection in him anyway. I don't know. But that would go in line with the idea of the mysterious medicine that causes you to go crazy and tear your throat out. There'd be something there. I do think something happened. There's something that, I think that scene is very important. That final scene, because we see Keiichi on one side of the spectrum where he's determined, like I said, to tell his story and to hopefully get out alive, and then the other side where he's, you know, beyond hope and he kills himself. Something happened between those two scenes, whether it's something within Keiichi's mind or, you know, well, obviously, I mean, I guess it would be something within his mind, but, you know, something like where he's actually crazy or a medicine, not sure yet. That's my thoughts on that. I did want to really quickly watch the beginning again, because someone told me I should watch the beginning again with with my current mindset as of now. I think they told me this a couple back, but I still want to do it anyway. So let's take a quick look. So forgiveness is interesting here, noting that, because the I'm sorry was a pretty big deal at the end of the game. We had Rena say that a lot. And then Keiichi was mumbling it himself a lot towards the end, too. Let's skip forward a little bit. Alright, so a couple things. The first section, you hear a lot of, like, smashing sounds and then, you know, blood splurt, like, smash sound. That seems like it might be, and it's a little vague, but, you know, he's saying... Well, here, I can pull up the log and show you, actually. That's pretty smart. He's talking about he can't feel his right arm. That sounds like he's beating someone to death with a bat. That's what I would say there. There's something else in here that I liked. I mean, he's talking about crying, and I think... I definitely remember him crying after once he realized what he had done. I remember that happening. He talks about crying here some more. I'm going backwards. Talking about trusting her. He's talking about with every swing, forget a little more. I think it's just sort of the thought process that he was going through while he was beating his friends to death. Kind of interesting. They're also going over something here right after that scene about someone apologizing. There's no reason anyone should need to apologize so much. That sounds familiar. There's nothing that can't be forgiven. I wonder if that's what they wanted me to read. That's an interesting line. There's nothing that can't be forgiven. And yet, you know, obviously Keiichi ran into something that he felt couldn't be forgiven. With, I would say it's fairly understandable. There's no such thing as an irreparable mistake. That's an interesting line. Hey, you, the one she's apologizing to, why don't you just go ahead and forgive her? That almost sounds like Keiichi talking to himself in the future, like, why don't you forgive her? And he never did. I wonder, I mean, obviously we think he would have died if he forgave her and, like, let her in his house, you know, during that scene whenever he squished her fingers. I wonder what would have happened. Would he have actually died, or would everything have been fixed? It doesn't seem like, logically speaking, that would have fixed anything, but I wonder if it would have in this strange world. Anyway, I think I've gotten as far as I need to in that. So, I'm going to return to menu. So a couple other things. Obviously, the two main girls were seemingly working together. The other two, we never saw, like, expressed that they were necessarily part of the evil bad girl group. You know, we knew Ren and Mion were, but the other two, I never saw them necessarily, like, being bad to us yet. Or being bad people. So you almost want to say they may have not been involved, but maybe they were like a backup plan or something like that, I'm not sure. There's also the case of that mysterious manager at the end, which you think may have led to why Keiichi ended up dying. The manager in their group possibly caught up to him. Not really sure. That's more speculation than anything. That's most of what I can think of for now. If you guys have any other questions that you'd like me to answer, or anything you'd like my thoughts on, just leave a comment down below, and I'll do my best to answer it. Admittedly, I didn't prepare super well for this one, I have to say, but I'm just a little, I don't know. I don't know if there's too much you can say on this beyond what comes at face value, because we're seeing this all through Keiichi's eyes, and so most of anything that we say at this point is kind of just a theory, because there's not a whole lot of evidence to back up much of anything, but some interesting theories nonetheless. Anyway, that's gonna be it, and I'm probably gonna release this on the same day. Like, I'll release this first, and then I'm probably gonna release the first episode of the chapter of the Watanagashi. Mostly because I got started with that one. Like, I got like a minute into it. I didn't even actually start the story, mind you. And then I was like, oh, wait, whoops, I need to finish this. So, I'm going to go get started with that in just a second. And, so this will all be in one day. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.